Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Fire Emblem. In der letzten Folge haben wir einen Punkt in der Story erreicht, der traurig war, wenn ich so ausdrücken kann. Und zwar ist Byleths Vater letzte Folge getötet worden. Und scheinbar ist auch der Flammen-Emperor nicht so ganz begeistert von der Sache gewesen, weil die Leute, die dafür zuständig waren, hat er direkt angemault. Ich bin noch nicht unsicher, was er damit gemeint hat. Oder ob er geplant mit dabei war in der Planung oder nicht. Aber auf jeden Fall war er mit seinen Kollegen nicht zufrieden.
I trained with Jeralt just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Ja, das stimmt allerdings.
Do you have time for a request?
Die kaiserliche Wache des Aristeranischen Reichs sucht jemanden, mit dem sie trainieren kann. Sie sollen zu den Besten der Besten gehören, aber für dich sind sie sicher kein Gegner, Magister. Okay, das ist also eine... Ich muss diesen Monat wieder kämpfen. Wahrscheinlich nächste Woche, weil da auch ein besonderes Monster gesichtet wird.
Professor, I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen. I agree they must be defeated, but I also feel we must approach this with prudence. Yeah,
Ich wollte eigentlich nicht auf Rekrutieren, sondern auf verlorenes Gegenstand, weil ich weiß, dass ich sie nicht rekrutieren kann. So wie die Hälfte der Schüler. So wie die Hälfte der Schüler kann ich nicht rekrutieren, weil ich einfach kein Lanzentyp bin.
I haven't lost a parent yet, so I can't even begin to understand how you must be feeling. But even while you're standing still, the world keeps on moving. I always find that oddly comforting.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Jeralt's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Okay. So, Moment.
I do not. If there is, it would seem that your reputation is on the rise. It's a shame I am not.
Charme und Vernunft muss ich noch weiter hochbringen für ihn.
I'll say a prayer for Jeralt's soul. There's not much else I can do.
Ist in Ordnung. Marine.
Oh, excuse. Professor, it seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie. She really loved Jeralt. I hope she can bounce back.
Das hoffe ich auch. Aber das werden wir mit der Zeit sehen. Das sehen wir mit der Zeit.
Professor? Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor? I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless. I know nothing.
So. Einfach mal durchgehen, gucken.
Join me for some training I might like to be.
Ich muss mein Schwert wahrscheinlich noch eine Stufe hochbringen, dass er in meine Klasse kommt.
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate? If dangerous things keep happening around here?
Who even knows? I'm worried. I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Das hoffe ich auch.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
Naja. Hier und hier.
Professor,
Dimitri.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Jeralt. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Professor, you gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Danke.
Good to see you, Professor. I was just... You gotta keep your... That if you need...
I'm not
So
even
here.
close to being strong enough. I mean, Jeralt was so much stronger than me, but even he... That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger. What's this? What's this?
Einfach gucken.
What's this? 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 What's this?
Mal schauen, was für ein Turnier haben wir denn? Bogenkampfhäuser. Oh, ich kann sie gar nicht mitmachen lassen. Egal, dann kommt Petra. So. So, jetzt kommen wir ins Viertelfinale. Weich aus. Ich glaube, wir schaffen das Finale nicht, wenn es so weitergeht. Nee, schaffen wir nicht. Leider nicht. Die Frage ist, liegt er jetzt neben unserer Mutter im Grab? Oder nicht?
Professor, I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage. But when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say. But I do know this much. Sir Jeralt must have been very proud to have you as his child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ich gucke einfach nur durch, Dorothea.
How did you know?
So.
Professor, I brought some flowers for Jeralt. It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
Ich gucke auch nur durch, ne? Aber wenigstens ist Bernadette mal aus dem Zimmer draußen. So, da wird wahrscheinlich jetzt auch unser Vater sein, ja.
A moment, please.
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use. That's not my... That's not... 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 That's not...
Naja. Gehen wir vor in die Kapelle, bevor wir in die 2 Oberstöcke gehen. So. Bei der Hausarbeit singe ich gerne selbst ausgedachte Lieder von mir hin. Aber es ist mir manchmal furchtbar peinlich, wenn niemand mich hört. So. Das Leben wäre so viel einfacher, wenn man nicht mehr miteinander reden müsste. Ich habe ebenso viele Sorgen wie der andere auch. Und doch muss ich stets so tun, als stünde ich über den Dingen. Manchmal ist es sehr anstrengend.
Excuse me. Not just Tomas, but Monica too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people really? What do they want?
Das ist eine gute Frage.
Huh? I'm really flattered.
Charme und Lanze.
Professor, oh goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood, receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Jeralt is happy in the next world.
Danke, Kleiner. Auch wenn es wahrscheinlich nicht so viel bringt, aber danke dafür, Kumpel. Singe mit denen zweimal.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it. Singing's okay, but I should really have a cute dance to go along with it.
So, ich glaube, ich mache das jetzt nochmal. Ah, schade. Ich wollte gerade sagen, machen wir es nochmal. Um mehr Punkte zu erhalten. Ja, da muss ich halt kochen gehen. Aber erstmal gehen wir nach oben.
Okay.
Erstmal gehen wir nach oben.
Excuse me, Professor.
how are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace. This is
Eine Fortbildung. Wieso macht Rhea eigentlich so Kampfdinger? Naja.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time. How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand. I'm sorry. Yes.
Gute Theoriekombe, mein Freund, meine ich, Sedef.
Yes. I'm sorry.
So. Stimmt, wir müssen ja noch in unserem Zimmer hier was finden. Eine Enzyklopädie sämtlicher Fische Fódlans und ihrer Lebensräume. Sie ist das Ergebnis einer Zusammenarbeit zwischen unzähligen Fischern und Klosterschülern, die eine umfassende Studie der Lebensgewohnheiten, Fangmethoden und sogar Rezepte zusammengestellt haben. Das Ausmaß an Details ist überwältigend.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book? That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Na, jetzt haben wir Dezentenrang B+.
You've lost someone very dear to you. You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Einfach mal geben.
I'm not sure.
So. Manuela.
Right. I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Jeralt. Will you listen? It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure? No. Wherever. No. Where? No.
Okay. Naja.
I wonder who they were.
Ja, das ist halt die Frage jetzt, ne?
Really?
Das ist die Frage, wer es war. Die sprechen sich die ganze Zeit mit anderen Namen an, als die wir kennen.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own. We didn't notice the enemy's invasion. And now Jeralt. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins. Professor, please do not let your guard down even among the people of the monastery. There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
Monica von Ox. There is nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character. Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her and why.
Das ist die Frage aller Fragen.
That's so.
Das ist leider die Frage aller Fragen. Wenn wir rausfinden, wer dafür zuständig ist oder verantwortlich ist, geht es wahrscheinlich allen besser.
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Perfekt.
I've never been much for condolences. How about a little logic instead? The knights have spread out around Garreg Mach in search of Jeralt's murderers. Thus, the monastery's fighting strength is, for the moment at least, depleted. Perhaps that was the enemy's real objective. We should be prepared for further confrontation.
Ja, das ist halt jetzt die Frage, ne? Naja, was soll's. Was soll's. So, wo war der Soldat, ist die Frage. Ja, ganz gute Schnellreise sogar. Wir müssen nämlich doch darüber. Wir müssen zum Studentenheim. Weil es da noch einen zweiten Stock gibt, den wir noch nicht gemacht haben, leider. Den vergesse ich andauernd irgendwie. Ich übernehme mich nicht. Ist keine Sorge, Jungs. Und Mädels. So, jemand ist da. Wer? Lorenz, glaube ich, oder? Ignaz.
Professor, I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Jeralt? He was so strong. You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
So.
Oh. Ah, Professor. I'd like to learn more about you.
Autorität geht langsam nach oben, neben allem anderen. Aber naja. Jetzt haben wir das, jetzt gehen wir noch in die Küche und geben unseren Ding aus. Punkt. Spezialität des Tages hier. Einmal so.
While I have little interest in food, I will admit to a weakness for this one dish.
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
So, Munition ist gestiegen von beiden. Ingrid noch.
I would be liking that greatly.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
So, perfekt. Dann Unterstützungslevel. Ich kann das mit Hubert führen. Shamir dauert noch ein bisschen, so wie Ferdinand und Edelgard.
You were rather quiet in the last battle, Caspar. Not a single war cry to be heard. It was almost as if you weren't even there.
I did it just for you, Hubert. Isn't that what you wanted? Weren't you the one who said my shouting would cause problems?
Yes, I was. And at the time, you seemed intent on ignoring my advice.
Well, that was then. Recently, my behavior caused trouble, just like you said it would. I was shouting the other day and some enemies heard. I pretty much gave our position away and left us open to attack. I mean, it turned out fine in the end, but someone could have died if things had played out differently. Anyway, I did some self-reflecting and realized that I probably shouldn't shout so much. A decision that I'm proud to say I came to all on my own.
All on your own, huh? It was a bad decision. Being too quiet on the battlefield is extremely dangerous.
I'm sorry, what? That's the exact opposite of what you said before.
Having seen you fight in silence, I have no choice but to accept the truth that your shouting is vital.
What in the world are you talking about?
We've all grown used to the way you fight. Your battle cries help morale. And your instructions rise above the din of battle. I would go so far as to say that the soldiers under your command would be lost without the guidance of your booming voice.
I really don't get you, Hubert.
You inspire people. The benefits of your shouting outweigh the risks. Something wrong?
Yeah! I'm back! If you want me to shout, then I'm gonna shout! I'm not even gonna think about it! I knew you'd come around!
Don't get too excited. You'll be ambushed again.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to fight some guys while shouting!
That might have been the wrong approach. Ah, well. No cure for stupidity. I suppose I'll just have to rein him in myself.
Naja. Damit haben die zwei ihr maximales Level erreicht, was sie erreichen können. Ja.
Caspar, I've been wondering something. Would you be happier if you were the heir to House Burgleys?
Of course! My brother probably wouldn't be too happy about it, though. I've got nothing against him, and I'd hate to cause him trouble, so I guess it wouldn't make me very happy at all.
You may not want to hear this, but your brother is not a good man. He's lazy and greedy, and has always relied on the knowledge that he would inherit a title. That's my impression of him, anyway.
You don't hold anything back, do you? But to be honest, you're not too far off. He's got good reason for it, though. Our grandfather was really obsessed with his second wife. She has a son who she really wanted to become the heir. In the end, though, my grandfather had to step down sooner than expected, so everything went to my father instead. My brother is still really worried about having his future taken from him.
That's the price of taking your own desires into account when choosing an heir. The concept of nobility is decaying, and it's dragging the Empire into the ground with it.
Wow, this conversation is really going there. You may be right, but it's not like the world is ever going to change, right?
It must. I intend to create a world where the best are free to rise to the top and succeed, regardless of their bloodline. The nobility as it is now could not exist in a world like that. I'll make sure of it.
What do you think would happen to me in that kind of world? Would you appoint me as a general or minister of military affairs?
If you were the best suited for that position, I would.
Right, so my life would pretty much stay the same. I'd still have to train, get stronger, and use my abilities to cut my own path. I don't know what I'm gonna do after we graduate. I guess I'll just have to fight for you.
Is that so?
At the base, the front lines, or wherever we might be fighting, I'll be there with all my might.
Okay. Und dann holen wir uns, glaube ich, noch das letzte Gespräch. Oder auch nicht. Gut, dann würde ich sagen, ich beende die Folge hier. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Und wir machen nächste Folge weiter. Ciao. Euer Gladius.